Welcome. Today I will be discussing every single berry present in the Pokemon games, what they are used for, and what fruit they're supposed to be, as in Japanese, the name for them is tree fruits. I am not one for long introductions, so if you enjoyed the video, why not give it a like, maybe subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss an upload. With that out of the way, let's go berry picking. These berries are the ones that you'll typically run into during a playthrough without actively hunting for them. This berry cures poison if held by a Pokemon inflicted by poison. These berries are based on peaches. This berry cures paralysis if held by a Pokemon inflicted by paralysis. The cherry berry is a singular cherry. This berry cures freeze if held by a Pokemon inflicted by freeze. These berries are based on Asian pears. This berry cures burns if held by a Pokemon inflicted by burns. These berries are based on strawberries. This berry cures confusion if held by a Pokemon inflicted by confusion. These berries are based on persimmon. This berry cures sleep if held by a Pokemon inflicted by sleep. These berries are based on chestnuts. This berry cures any non-volatile status conditions of confusion, meaning that things like attraction don't count. These berries are based on plums. In its Generation 2 equivalent, this berry restored 5 power points, but in Generation 3 it restores 10 power points of a selected move. Lepa berries are based on apples, specifically plum leaf crab apples. This berry restores 10 HP to the consumer. These berries are based on oranges. This berry restores 30 HP to the consumer. The spiritual successor to the previous gold berry is the citrus berry, which heals 25% of the consumer's health. These berries are based on citrus fruits, specifically the pomelo. These berries heal the player 12.5% in the game spanning from Generations 3 to 6, 50% in Generation 7, and 33% in Generation 8 after falling below 50% between Generations 3 and 4, and 25% in Generation 5 onwards. This applies to all 5 of the next berries. They also confuse the player depending on if the nature dislikes the flavoring of the berry. This berry will confuse the user if they don't like the spicy flavor. This means that if the Pokemon's nature is modest, timid, calm, or bold. These berries are based on figs. This berry will confuse the user if they don't like the dry flavor. This means if the Pokemon's nature is adamant, jolly, careful, or impish. These berries are based on kiwis. This berry will confuse the user if they don't like the sweet flavor. This means that if the Pokemon's nature is brave, quiet, sassy, or relaxed. These berries are based on mangoes. This berry will confuse the user if they don't like the bitter flavor. This means if the Pokemon's nature is naughty, rash, naive, or lax. These berries are based on guava fruit. This berry will confuse the user if they don't like the sour flavor. This means if the Pokemon's nature is lonely, mild, hasty, or gentle. These berries are based on Payapas. These berries are only used for making Pokeblocks for Pokemon contests, with a few exceptions. This berry's flavor is dry and reduces sourness in Generation 3, but it's also spicy in Generation 4. In the Let's Go games, they have a silver and golden alternate, which makes its effects stronger. In these games, they are used to increase the catch rate of wild Pokemon, like in Pokemon Go. These berries are based on raspberries. This berry's flavor is sweet and reduces spiciness in Generation 3, but in Generation 4, it's dry and sweet. These are based off blackberries. This berry's flavor is bitter and reduces dryness in Generation 3, but in Generation 4, it's bitter and sweet. In the Let's Go games, they have a silver and golden alternate, which makes its effect stronger. In these games, they are used to reduce the speed of the ring shrinking and make Pokemon less likely to move, like in Pokemon Go. These are based off bananas. This berry's flavor is sour and reduces sweetness in Generation 3, but in Generation 4, it's bitter and sour. These are based on Western pears. There is a sprite of them in the files of Pokemon Go, but this goes unused. This berry's flavor is spicy and reduces bitterness in Generation 3, but in Generation 4, it's spicy and sour. In the Let's Go games, they have a silver and golden alternate, which makes its effect stronger. In these games, they are used to increase item rewards, and in Pokemon Go, they are used to get double the amount of candy. They are based off pineapples. This berry's flavor is dry and sweet and reduces spiciness in Generation 3, but in Generation 4, it is very dry and sweet. These berries are based off sorghum, which is in the same subfamily as corn. This berry's flavor is bitter and sweet and reduces dryness in Generation 3, but in Generation 4, it's very sweet and bitter. These are based off mangosteens. This berry's flavor is bitter and sour and reduces sweetness in Generation 3, but in Generation 4, it's very bitter and sour. These are based on rambutan. This berry's flavor is sour and spicy and reduces bitterness in Generation 3, but in Generation 4, it's very sour and spicy. These are based on lemons, and nomal backwards is lemon. This berry's flavor is very spicy and dry and greatly reduces sourness in Generation 3, but in Generation 4, it's extremely spicy and dry. These berries are based on horned melons. This berry's flavor is very dry and sweet and greatly reduces spiciness in Generation 3, but in Generation 4, it's extremely dry and sweet. These are based on coconuts. This berry's flavor is very sweet and bitter and greatly reduces dryness in Generation 3, but in Generation 4, it's extremely sweet and bitter. These are based off watermelons. This berry's flavor is very bitter and sour and greatly reduces sweetness in Generation 3, but in Generation 4, it's extremely bitter and sour. These are based on durians. This berry's flavor is very sour and spicy and greatly reduces bitterness in Generation 3, but in Generation 4, it's extremely sour and spicy. These are based on blueberries. These berries work by reducing an EV stat in order to increase friendship levels. These are great for quickly evolving Pokemon by friendship. This berry reduces your HP EVs for more friendship. This berry is based on pomegranates. This berry reduces your attack EVs for more friendship. This berry is based on kelp. This berry reduces your defense EVs for more friendship. This berry is based on loquats. This berry reduces your special attack EVs for more friendship. This berry is based on honeydew. This berry reduces your special defense EVs for more friendship. This berry is based on grapes. This berry reduces your speed EVs for more friendship. This berry is based on tomatoes. These berries are consumed to half the damage from a super effective hit against the user. For example, a Garchomp consuming a Yachi berry will only take 2 times damage from ice moves instead of 4 times damage. This reduces the attack power of a super effective fire type move. These are based on cocoa fruits, the fruit used to make chocolate. This berry reduces the attack power of a super effective water type move. These are based on passion fruits. This berry reduces the attack power of a super effective electric type move. These are based on candle trees. This berry reduces the attack power of a super effective grass type move. These are based on tamarids. As mentioned before, this berry reduces the attack power of super effective ice type moves. These are based on the Cherimoya. This berry reduces the attack power of a super effective fighting type move. These berries are based on wax apples. This berry reduces the attack power of a super effective poison type move. These are based on chocolate vines. This berry reduces the attack power of a super effective ground type move. These are based on cashew nuts. This berry reduces the attack power of a super effective flying type move. These are based on Bubbleko. This berry reduces the attack power of a super effective psychic type move. These are based on Calabash fruit. This berry reduces the attack power of a super effective bug type move. These are based on Patangas. This berry reduces the attack power of a super effective rock type move. These are based on Chinese artichokes. This berry reduces the attack power of a super effective ghost type move. These are based on the fingered citron, also known as the Buddha's hand. This berry reduces the attack power of a super effective dragon type move. These are based on strawberry guava. This berry reduces the attack power of a super effective dark type move. These are based on cockleburs. This berry reduces the attack power of a super effective steel type move. These are based on baribas. This berry reduces the attack power of a super effective fairy type move. These are based on roselles. This berry reduces the attack power of a normal type move. These are based on Chinese lanterns. These berries increase the stat if the consumer's HP falls below 25% or is hit with a specific type of move. This berry raises the user's attack stat if their HP falls below 25%. These are based on lychee fruit. This berry raises the user's defense stat if their HP falls below 25%. These are based on Longan. This berry raises the user's speed stat if their HP falls below 25%. These are based on Salak fruit. This berry raises the user's special attack stat if their HP falls below 25%. These are based on Patayas. This berry raises the user's special defense stat if their HP falls below 25%. These are based on apricots. This berry raises the user's critical hit ratio if their HP falls below 25%. These are based on Langsat. This berry sharply raises a random stat if their HP falls below 25%. These are based on Starfruit. This berry raises the user's HP by 25% if their HP falls below 25%. This is the only berry without any real origin known. However, people have guessed that these were based on sunflower seeds. This berry caused the next move to bypass the accuracy check in Generation 4 and from Generation 5 onward, increasing the accuracy of the next move by 20% if their HP falls below 25%. These are based on Miracle Fruit. This berry makes the next move that the user uses first in the priority bracket if their HP falls below 25%. These are based on Sugar Apples. If the holder is hit with the physical move, then the attacker loses 12.5% or 1/8 of their health. These are based on Jabuticabas. If the holder is hit with the special move, then the attacker loses 12.5% or 1/8 of their health. These are based on Java apples. This berry raises the user's defense stat if hit with a physical move. These are based on Akis. This berry raises the user's special defense stat if hit with a special move. These are based on meringue fruit. These berries were available by using the e-reader feature in the Generation 3 games. There are 2 series of these berries, one that was released in both Japanese and English, and one that was exclusive to Japan. This berry is extremely sour while extremely reducing bitterness. This berry can also cure freeze. These are based on pumpkins. This berry is extremely sweet while extremely reducing dryness. This berry can also cure poison. These are based on turnips. This berry is extremely dry while extremely reducing spiciness. This berry can also cure infatuation. For those who don't know, infatuation is the status that a Pokemon is under after a track was used or an ability like Cute Charm activates it. These are based on eggplants. This berry is extremely spicy and bitter while extremely reducing sweetness and sourness. These are based on peas. Wait, you already talked about this berry. While yes, I did talk about the modern version of the berry, this berry was very different in Generation 3. In Generation 3, it is extremely spicy and sweet while extremely reducing dryness and sourness. This berry acts as a neutral berry, not enhancing any flavors. These are based off peanuts. This berry is extremely dry and sour while extremely reducing spiciness and bitterness. It also raises a stat that was lowered in battle. It is based on an onion. This berry acts as a neutral berry, not enhancing any flavors. These are based on okras. This berry is extremely sour while extremely reducing bitterness. It can also cure a burn. It is based on bitter melons. Ironic, I know. This berry is extremely spicy while extremely reducing sourness. It can also cure confusion. It is based on chili peppers. This berry is extremely dry and bitter while extremely reducing spiciness and sweetness. It is based on garlic. This berry is extremely sweet and sour while extremely reducing dryness and bitterness. It is based on potatoes. And finally, our outcast berry. This berry doesn't fit in with any of the other berry categories I've been giving. In Pokemon Legends Arceus, these berries are used to dull wild Pokemon and to restore a Pokemon's power points by 10, like a Leppa berry. This berry is based on the common hop. So these were all the berries that are featured in the main series Pokemon games. If you learned something new about the berries in Pokemon, why not leave a comment down below and perhaps leave a like, and if you enjoy the content on this channel, why not hit that subscribe button and hit that bell so you don't miss an upload. Anyways, have a very wonderful day.